So for today, what I have is news recap. Wow, I can't even talk. For tonight, what I have is news recap, and I have some gameplay. So kind of similar to what I did last week. So let's start off here. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I don't have that over here. Okay, I'm gonna have to click here. Perfect. There we go. All right, and that is not where we're starting. We're going to start here on Restocks. So, excuse me. So I've been checking out on the PlayStation Network, and I've been reading some articles, not on the PlayStation Network, excuse me, but on the blogs, and I've been reading articles about Restock. And Newsweek has been doing a pretty good job. I need to take this off. Newsweek has been doing a pretty good job at kind of keeping track of the restocks and when they're coming out. There's other websites out there, and I believe there's a Twitter page that's also keeping track of it. Man, I forget what the Twitter page is. Something bots. If I figure it out, I'll let you guys know, or I'll, you know what, let me inventory bots. There you go, on Twitter. Yeah, inventory bots, consoles, they've been doing a pretty good job at kind of tweeting out when whenever the whenever there's some sort of stock that goes up somewhere. And there's another one on Twitter as well, but I've been following this one, and they've actually been pretty good at when things come in stock, or things come out in stock, depending on the stores they're in, you know, whether it's on Amazon, Target, or whatever, and they've been pretty good at it. But like I was saying, Newsweek actually has been doing a pretty good job as well at keeping up with the restocks. But with that being said, I was also reading a few other articles earlier in the week, and I just kind of want to go ahead and put it out there. The likelihood of you finding a PlayStation or an Xbox in stores right now, it's going to be very slim. And the reason why it's going to be very slim is because retailers are going to start holding on to inventory to be able to have some inventory for the holidays. So you may find some, you may not find some in stores, you may get lucky, but I know that certain retailers are going to start holding off on selling these, so that way they can actually have inventory for the holidays, either for Black Friday or for Christmas or whatever. So just so you guys are aware of that. So the likelihood of you finding a PlayStation or an Xbox right now, it's going to be even lower. But thing about that is, you may get lucky, or you may have to camp out during Black Friday or the closer we get to the holidays, and you may find some in the actual stores. I have a person who I talk to on a regular basis, and they have told me that the particular store they work on, or that they work at, is actually keeping stock. So I have to turn down this other volume. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but I can hear it, and I'm already having a hard time being able to understand myself while listening to myself with this reverb that I have going on. But anyway, someone that works at a certain store, I'm not gonna say which one, has told me that they actually do have stock of the PlayStations and the Xbox, and this is I don't want to, yeah, no, I don't want to say which store, but they are holding on to them as much as possible. They did also tell me that they are going to be, sometimes they will show up on their store website, you know, whether it's like one or two, depending on their inventory, they may actually put them up on their store website in order to be able to sell them. And they're being sold at MSRP. They're not being sold at markup. But they have said that they are getting restocks, and they will have some for people to be able to walk off the streets during the holidays to be able to get one. Now, how many will they have? This person did not say. He does not know, how many they will have. Now, I don't want to put any names out there for anybody who may know me or anybody who may know these people who I'm talking about, because it's not just one person that I'm getting this information from. It's a couple sources that I've gotten this information. Plus, I've been reading articles online, and I've been on forums and people have been confirming this. People that work in retail have been confirming that they are holding on to certain stocks for the holidays. So will you be able to get, a PlayStation or an Xbox before the holidays? Maybe. Will you be able to get one after the holidays or during the holidays? Most likely, if you wait. But again, the shortages kind of dictate on how many the stores will have. And to be honest with you, I read an article earlier in the week. Well, it wasn't much of an article, but it was more of a forum thread that I was kind of keeping track of. And a lot of what they were saying in that thread kind of made sense, right? The stores can be holding on to the stock, but not necessarily to sell in store. They could just be putting them online. Now, with what Best Buy did a couple of weeks ago and what GameStop did last week, I believe, maybe you will have to go to stores to get them. So we'll see. Hopefully you can walk to stores and get them. I know I'm personally waiting to be able to get to a store to get one. Look, I didn't have any problems getting a PS3 in store. I didn't have a problem getting a PS3. Sorry, I have to keep moving this. I didn't have a problem getting a PS3 in stock. Okay, now did I camp out for a PS3? No. I walked into a store right after the holidays. I think it was the week of Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. And I walked into I think it was a Target that I walked into. Yeah, actually it was a Target. I walked into a Target and I saw that they had a PlayStation 3 60 gig, console there. And I literally walked out of the store that same exact day, which was on released the first year that it was released. I think it's like a month within its release. And I walked in and got a PlayStation 3, bought 2 games and an extra controller, walked out. Didn't have an issue. Now, for the PlayStation 4, I actually didn't buy it. My fiance bought it for me as a gift. And she went to a store, got it within the same first year, and walked out of the store with it. Now here we are with the PlayStation 5, and I understand with everything that happened last year and all the shortages that are going on, but at the same time you have to start blaming the scalpers for buying all these systems up and then marking them up, and people need to just stop buying them at that markup price. I understand you want a system, but just hold off. Just hold off. Listen, I will tell you this. I started playing the Battlefield 2043 beta yesterday, no, the day before, because I pre-ordered the game. So I started playing it 2 days ago, and I played a couple of games, and based on what I saw, the previous generation of consoles is gonna get left behind. So we need to stop buying from scalpers, so whatever little systems that there are out there can actually be bought in stores. But that's just what I'm thinking. And based on the forums that I've been reading on this week, and based on a couple of people that I've talked to that work retail, have told me that their stores do hold to certain stocks, and they do go online either randomly or they're holding on to them right now for the holidays. So we'll see. We will see. All right, anyways, moving on to the next one. So the end of the PlayStation 5 restock nightmare could be in sight with everything that I just said, right? This is coming from Tom's Guide, and I'm not going to go over the whole entire article. but the CEO of AMD is basically saying that they're expecting June or September of next year, 2022, when and they're quoting her here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Lisa Su. So they're quoting her here, and if for those of you guys that don't know, AMD actually makes the chips for the PlayStation 5, and I think they do for the Xbox as well. So the graphics card and whatever internal, and I'm not 100% sure, I'm not that geeky when it comes to the hardware stuff, but I know that AMD made chips for it, and the CEO for AMD, which this is her quote right here, and it says, "I expect it to be from June to September of next year, 2022, when perhaps it will be possible to go down to a video game store or a department store to buy a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X without it being an impossible task." So even if you can't get your hands on a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox, if you like Xbox, don't buy it from a scalper. Hold off, wait. You'll be able to buy it, hopefully, if this is true. Now, you know, and right now we don't know, but if this is true, you may be able to get your hands on one starting next year, like she said, in June or September. So with that being said, hopefully people are able to hold off, and you know, these scalpers just stop. Look, I'm gonna keep hating on the scalpers. I have never had a problem buying a system. This is the very first time that I've gone almost a whole year since a system came out, and I have not bought a system. I normally buy them within the first year that they came out, or that they come out, since the PlayStation 2 days, and I have not missed out. Now, I'm a PlayStation fan. I don't really play on Xbox. I owned an Xbox once, and I'll be honest, I sold it, got rid of it, and I kept playing PlayStation. So I have friends that play on PlayStation, and there's no issue with that, if that's what you like. But please don't buy from the scalpers. Just wait. This is a lot better news than what came out months ago, that, you know, they were thinking that it might be 2023 before they have any restocks or things kind of go back to normals for the chip manufacturing. So with that being said, just hold off, you guys, and you'll be able to get one hopefully next year, according to Lisa Su, CEO of AMD. So hopefully we'll see. All right, and then oh yeah, so on the good side, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give it a thumbs up. Also, leave your comments below. If you want to chat about any of these topics or any others, consider joining my live stream during my 1-hour pre-gaming news recap. I'm Eric the Inadequate, and until next time.